Alright. Fuck am I going? So there's a guy that comes into the store a lot, like once a week at least. He's a Trump supporter. But when he comes in, we debate, we talk. There's no screaming, there's no fighting, there's no aggression, there's no craziness. Just two people talking about what's going on around them in the world. Neither one of us is going to convince the other one to change their minds. I'm not trying to get him to give up Trump. He's not trying really to convince me to be for Trump. We both understand that the other one is opposed at a base to a position the other one occupies. And it doesn't bother me. He's still an all right guy. We've talked, and while talking to him, I get the definite impression that he's not sexist. He's not racist. He's kind of upset that the president gets accused of that kind of stuff because he doesn't see it. But the problem is, it doesn't matter if you don't see the problem, if there's still a problem. It doesn't matter if you believe a thing or not. If a thing is true, a thing is true. It does not require your belief. Your disbelief does not harm it. Now the problem is that both sides, the wrong and the right, can use that mentality all they like. Someone who is wrong can fight tooth and nail to stay wrong. They don't necessarily have to change their mind once they find out they're wrong. Case in point, correct anybody from New York on the pronunciation of the food item called a gyro. A gyro. I mean, it's actually gyro, but I'm not trying to get Americans to roll their R's because, well, it's hard enough trying to get them to stop overpronouncing the hard G in gyro. There's no G in it, sorry. And there's one at the beginning, but it's not pronounced. It's not like the word GNU, which is an animal if you didn't know what it was. The problem is that Trump supporters don't like to change their minds. Like I said, this guy, we don't fight, we don't really argue, there's no animosity at the end of it. But we both know I'm not changing his mind, and he's not changing my mind. But there's still room for discussion. Justin?
Oh, yeah, he's upstairs.
I can trust you not to eat it, right?
Yeah, you can trust he's coming down. Thanks, man.
It's campus, I've seen it happen.
Yeah,
you guys have a great night. Always maintain a sense of humor. That's how I get my fucking kicks. My problem with Trump is Trump himself. It's not a problem with Trump, the kind of person Trump is. It's not that I'm opposed to the Republican Party or that I have some issue with them. My problem with Trump is a problem with the position that he holds as the person that he is. The CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company should not be president. And there's a simple answer for why. The answer is, no matter how good they are with the numbers, that's all they see. They have to. It's the nature of their job. They have to look at every person that works for them as an asset, as a number on a page. If you're not making the business a profit, if you are costing the business money, it's in every interest of the business to get rid of you. you can't do that as the president. You can't look at all the fucking people in the United States as numbers on a page, as assets to be dealt with. I mean, look, the whole school shooting thing where he was talking about we need armed security guards, he started talking about arming the teachers instead of getting armed security guards because it would be less costly, that they would be cheaper than hiring new assets. And my problem there is the just nonchalant way that he tossed off the cost balance, the cost analysis of hiring armed security guards as opposed to arming the teachers. That his primary thought on it was, it's cheaper. What the fuck? You can't look at it like that. The citizens of the United States are more than just numbers on a page to be shuffled around. So I don't like Trump as president because I don't like having a CEO as the president. I don't like the idea of corporate America. I mean, as hard as the Republicans and the Republican Party, the Republican constituents, as much as they rail against and argue against having corporate America, I think it's fucking amazing that they went ahead and hired corporate America. And if you don't think Trump is like not just a step, but a jump right towards that, then you don't know who in the fuck Trump is. This is the guy who used to be on Robin Leach's Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. He's one of the top 10% of the planet. Acting like he's got any average human's interests at heart is delusional. And I'm not sure why people would want to believe that. But Donald Trump isn't even that savvy of a businessman. The business interests that he's been involved in, he's either purchased with the intention of tearing them apart and piecing them out. Like if you were going to buy, a 65 Mustang, you might almost make enough money reselling it for parts as you would trying to resell it as a whole vehicle. I mean, as a whole vehicle in good condition, don't misunderstand, you'd still make a mint. But there comes a point where if the body is crap, you can still get a fuckload of money out of the parts because they just don't make them anymore. And if you bought the car just to piece it out and sell it as individual parts, you're not a car collector. You're not a car restorer. You're a parts salesman. That's Donald Trump isn't really a businessman. He's a real estate mogul. He owns a shitload of real estate properties. And he doesn't even own the property. He just rents out his name on the property. Sorry, it's that whole job thing I got going on. Pretend for a moment like I'm multitasking here. Hey, hi, this is Michael from Apollo's. Which hall are you in? The emergency department? Gotcha. I will be pulling up there in about literally like 90 seconds. Right by the metal detectors. All right, I'll see you shortly. All right, bye. And that's the thing I do that really annoys other delivery drivers, and that I call out other drivers who don't do it, which is I walk the food all the way up to the customer. You know, I don't pull up out front and make them walk out to me. It didn't make any sense. Why am I a delivery driver? Am I just get it close to you driver? Woo. I don't hate Trump. I don't trust him as president. I almost worked for the guy, but talking to a couple of the people who contracted with him, I wouldn't do it if he paid me. And he's not big on paying his contractors, so what are you gonna do? Well, at least he hasn't burned the place down yet. Anyway, I gotta pause this. So, I mean, what are you going to do? There really isn't anything that we, the people, can fucking do. I mean, if we see our politicians do something, we're all like, no, fuck that, that's dirty. What can you really do about it? If they pass a new law making X thing illegal, what are you going to do? Keep doing X till you get arrested? And then you go ahead and fight it because it's unfair? Right, but in the meantime, how did you stop it? What did you do to prevent it from occurring? And the answer there is nothing. None of us can do anything. So if Trump decides to start fucking about and create a fucking conflict in the Middle East that we don't need, who's going to stop him? Which part of we the people is going to stop him and not be a fucking yes man and just work with him? Because that's my biggest problem with Trump's presidency is he has revealed every fucking Republican candidate and Republican official up there to be a yes man. A sycophant just sitting around waiting for master to, give them their instruction. I mean, think about how many of these jackasses that are kissing his ass and stroking his fucking ego the whole time that he was running for president were like, there's no reality, we're Donald Trump, blah, blah, blah. Every fucking one of them was against Donald Trump. And now they're all buddies and working together? No, and don't give me that bullshit about, party unity. Horse shit. Bought and paid for, that's what it is. It ain't about unity. Suck-ups and yes men. That's all Donald Trump has ever surrounded himself with. If you contradict Trump, you're out. That's the way shit works in his company. You do not criticize Donald. The man's an egomaniac. He's a fucking classic narcissist. People who are supporters don't understand and will not understand. They have no interest in understanding. I mean, when you find out you're wrong, don't fight to stay wrong. And it's like I said, my problems with Trump are not exactly Trump. I mean, they're Trump specific because we shouldn't have a CEO as the president. But if we're going to have a CEO as the fucking president, sure as fuck doesn't need to be Donald fucking Trump. Just no way. I don't trust him. I just don't. And I don't trust him because 47 years old. I know who fucking Donald Trump is. You think I haven't paid attention to who Donald Trump is? If you still support him being in charge, the reason you're supporting him is because he's a troll. You're supporting him because he's a dick that says entertaining, mean, funny things. That's it. That's the only reason. Because the last 8 years has been criticisms of the black president. That's it. Most of the criticism of Obama has been because he's black. That's the only fucking thing. Every single policy that Obama helped put forward, they want to remove. Are you telling me it's just because every idea he had was bad? How's that? How exactly is that? That's not fucking true. It's obvious that you're going after shit Obama put in place because of that black president. And that's fine if you're a racist, that's fine. You have the right to be a racist. You don't have the right to make laws to make other people be racist. You don't have the right to make laws to make it okay for other people to be judgmental bigots. You don't get to pass laws that say, no, it's wrong to serve gay people. Fuck you. Donald Trump is helping to normalize hate and intolerance. I have no respect for him. Respect is a thing that is earned, and Donald Trump has done nothing to earn respect. Matter of fact, everything he's done, this last thing with Syria, man, that's pissing off some of his fucking constituents. Because this is one of those things that's campaign promises. You know, you can't be for a war and be for bringing our troops home and run your fucking mouth the whole time that Obama was president about launching attacks in Syria because it's a... The real fun is when Donald Trump tweets get reposted a few years later on the exact date, like one of the Facebook memories. It gets posted up with the date and the event. Like he forgets that he said things less than 5 years ago, that he's doing those things now when he said that's a thing you should never do. He's not... My problem with Trump is CEO shouldn't be president. My problem with Trump as president is the guy's a dipshit. He has no interest in doing anything that does not benefit him, period. Him first and foremost. That America first thing? Shit. The United States of Donald Trump, you mean? That's the only thing he gives a shit about. Anyway, back to pretending like I'm at work.